The air is so foggy. There are no clouds in the sky, but the sky is so gray. There is so much stuff in the air that I forget the color of the sky is supposed to be blue. It is May of 2026, and we're officially entering the summer, as well as the season of wildfires. Ever since 2023, Canadians have noticed the impact of forest fires as the scale of wildfires becomes so big that everyone in the country was able to experience it. It was the worst years of wildfires as people across the country can physically see the effect of forest wildfires. Before we get into the discussion, we have to know some of the basics about wildfires. Wildfires, in short, refers to the fire that occurs in the wild. Very self-explanatory. Usually occurs in dry and hot areas. Wildfires create air pollutions from the burnings and releases a huge amount of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. In addition, wildfires also affect the health of people and lives who are near the source of fire due to the air pollutants that are created during the fire. Despite all the negativity of wildfires, it is a natural phenomenon that just occurs naturally in the environment. But just like many other natural phenomena that occurs naturally, climate change has significantly accelerated the rate of wildfires as well as the scale of it. And we all know that human actions are the main cause of climate change. And there are actually benefits from wildfires as well. The nature is a magical system that cycles itself. The fires would clear the dead organic materials in the forest, and its residuals become relatively nutritious to other organisms, increasing soil fertility and overall resulting in a lively environment. Some indigenous groups have been practicing wildfires as a part of their lives and their culture. So, will we ever know how bad this year's wildfires are gonna be? From the start, we can already see the Western Canada being hit with fires like this one. Fire destroys 3 homes and burned 2 hectares of land in summer village of Sandy Beach. And a little while ago as well, 5 out of 14 wildfires burning in BC deemed out of control. Surprised or not, there is always and has always been wildfires across the country. From what I've seen so far, it appears that Western Canada has been the most vulnerable area to large, uncontrolled wildfires. In the case of fire in Sandy Beach, it was very unfortunate that the fire was under control and the wildfires alerts were lifted, although the cause of fire remains unknown in the making of this video. This may just be the beginning of the 2026 Canadian wildfires. From looking at the fire forecast severity anomaly rating and probabilistic forecast from the Canadian Wildland Fire Information System, it looks like the wildfire situation is not going to be pretty for this year too. The severity of fire is forecasted to increase across the country and especially in the Western Canada. And while there is no forecast on extreme fire weather days, it is hard to say that it wouldn't happen in the later days. All these means, in short, is that the 3-year streaks of severe fires in Canada may probably continue. Each year I see the same story. A wildfire occurs, people around the areas are forced to evacuate, forced to leave their homes because of the fires, over and over again. And the number of incidents just seems to be increasing to the point that it is almost common to see something like this happen every other day. There is a lot of work and effort that is put into wildfire controls, and the things that they do are honestly fascinating. Without the wildfire firefighters, the situations would most likely be worse than it already is. As much as I pay all my respect to the firefighters, the whole situation arises the fundamental cause, the root problem of big wildfires, which is none other than climate change and human actions. Adaptation or mitigation. We as a society are leaning towards adapting to climate change rather than mitigating the problem. It is important to adapt to changing climate, and once again I'm very grateful for the people who are doing so to minimize the effects of wildfires and any other extreme weather events. But there is only so much human can do to adapt to these extreme weather events from the nature. Fighting against the mother nature is one of the few things that humans can really do. Sure, we can make explosives that can destroy a whole continent in seconds, but we don't have the magical technology that instantly stops a large area of wildfires, or stopping floods, or instantly cool down a whole area. And you can see just from the BC wildfire case that 5 of the wildfires were deemed out of control. In addition, the effect of wildfires brings up the demand of medical care due to the harmfulness of the air pollutions. This doesn't just affect the people who are in the surrounding area, but also people across the country, or even across the country to the United States or to everywhere else. Eventually, wildfires will take a toll on the healthcare system, and that would be a whole nother serious issue. Adapting to climate change, in this case to wildfires, just isn't enough. We need to mitigate the problem by dealing with the root cause of the problem, which is climate change caused by human actions. But obviously we're not doing that because of how much easier it is just to adapt to the problem than mitigating the cost. Reducing the effect of climate change is much more complicated as there are too many factors contributing to the problem. Let's say advocating to reduce the use of fossil fuel. It will cause so many problems that you would rather just get a group of firefighter specialists. The time, the money, and the people that are required to mitigate climate change is too much more than just adapting to specific cases. This is once again another unfortunate circumstances of the current environment. So all that being said, what can we do? Adaptation is still a very important factor, not just in the wildfires, but also all the other climate change related events. At the end of the day, people's lives and safety are the top priority when it comes to severe weather events. I think solving or mitigating the root cause is the key to mitigate wildfires, which is to do something about climate change. That being said, it is all easier said than done. If climate change can be mitigated so easily, then these extreme wildfire events probably wouldn't have been so common, leading to the conclusion of, again, not much can be really done than try to adapt to the wildfires as much as possible before mitigating the problem of climate change. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.